Hello, and welcome once again to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these are the same three criminal scums that were here last two weeks ago. In the bottom left, we have Regan Belladonna, Academy Wizard, played by Char.
Hello, I did make it to jury duty last week, so I'm not going to get arrested. I hope.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch, they say. And in the bottom middle, we've got Mayhem, vigilante fighter, played by Will. You're muted.
I swear I pressed that button and nothing happened. I was just literally saying the sound problems were not my fault, I swear.
And in the bottom right, we have Felix Milos, Maestro Bard, played by Alex.
See, what I stole was your sound. That was the theory taking place in that moment.
All right. Housekeeping, everything's the same. We didn't use the cards last week. I'm probably going to start skipping card draws on weeks where we didn't happen to do anything involving the cards. So we've still got the Big Sky, the Eclipse, and the Avalanche in play. And cool. That's not what I want. I wanted this one. This is going to be a scuffed episode, folks. So, last week on Third Action, our group of... I need to come up with a word for this. I'll just call you intrepid citizens for now. Our group of intrepid citizens... this was 2 weeks ago. You investigated. You spoke with Cressa Croft, the leader of the, or the field marshal of the Corvosan Guard, who tasked you with helping her bring in one Varric Van Kasperkin, a rogue Corvosan Guard who has seemingly gathered up a couple other guards and is trying to entice more to his side as he does something. You've done a bit of spying and via the orphans that you rescued, and they were able to determine, and plus with additional gathering of information that you did, you were able to determine that the guards are currently going by the name the Cowhammer Boys, and they have holed up in a place called All the World's Meat, an old butcher shop that's been foreclosed for some time. And they seem to be giving out a lot of... They seem to be operating the butchery, but are also giving out a lot of free meat to the families that are being really heavily affected by the sudden death of the king and the loss of a great deal of business and jobs across the district. Let me think. In addition to that, Regan passed her test and was accepted back into the university. Yeah. Oh, I guess we left on kind of a cliffhanger. Which... Did I forget? Okay. Well. Alright. So, Regan, you had exited the faculty meeting on this Calistral the 8th, which is... what is this? This is a fire day. Midday fire day, around noon. You're exiting the meeting afterwards, and you've been given a sheet of paper by a little skeleton that is kind of hobbled out after you. And on it, when you unfurl it and begin to read it, it says, "Great work on your test. please see me for some additional extracurricular studies. I'll be free this Sunday around noon. And it is signed by your necromancy professor.
Ooh, for a second, I thought it wasn't going to be signed. I'm like, mystery. Who do I see on Sunday? Ooh, my favorite professor, my favorite class. Not my favorite day of the week, but that's okay. Can't get them all. Yeah. And that seems like something I would be interested in pursuing on Sunday. Or whatever day that is.
Yep, it is. It is actually Sunday. That's the one day that is the same between. Star Day is like a letter swap. I get more than a letter swap, but Star Day is the second closest. Fire Day is the third closest, I guess.
Down that Sunday. So that's 2 days
yes.
from today.
That would be the 10th, Sunday, Callistril, the 10th. 4708 at noon. Meeting with necromancy professor. Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, I think you, with that completed, your obligations there are done. During the meeting, they would have told you about the various things that you've gotten access to. I've already sent you a document. The party now has access to a document for the academy.
Yes.
And basically, Regan has, because of her amazing success, she was already doing really well at the school before suddenly her grades plummeted due to her obsession with solving this murder case. But she has suddenly skyrocketed into the top 100 of all time students at the school, and is in fact currently at 97th place. And as she gets more, as she continues her studies and becomes a more and more learned wizard, she will be able to gain further and further access to the school's facilities. Currently, she has the ability to learn spells at the school through professors and through studying in the library, and also has the ability to earn additional achievement points via studying. And basically gets more points for... you get more points for learning spells and for studying broadly, and passing weekly exams and so forth. And currently, I think you have access to a basic library card to get to do stuff. Recall knowledge in the library with a bonus. You have access to the school store, which will sell spacious pouches once you're at that level, which is level 4, which is next level. And you can have solo lessons with professors, and you can start buying scrolls from the school store. And yeah, the next thing that you get access to is at 95th, they'll invite you to a guest lecture, which lets you get a bonus cantrip and lets one of your allies get a cantrip as well.
Oh.
If you invite them.
Come to my cool lecture. Yes. I'm sure my friends would enjoy a lecture.
Maybe.
Free cantrip.
Okay. So yeah. Congrats, you've made it back into the school.
Yeah.
Not expelled.
Great. For me. That would have been a sad day if I just totally messed that up.
You'd have had to work at getting back in, and I had a sort of alternative plan for that if you had failed.
Oh, good. I was like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen if I just decide, yeah, I'm gonna fail this. Cool.
Yeah, it'd be more of a trying to get back into the school thing. But all right. I think I don't remember quite where we left Mayhem and Felix. I think you had maybe done your day job for the day, and you guys were meeting up at the inn.
That sounds correct.
I'm going to intermittently call the Script and Scrimshaw an inn and a bar.
It's both. There are rooms upstairs for rent. But yeah, I vaguely remember that we'd heard some news from Tullios about the information he gleaned from the world's best orphans.
Yes.
And we were going to go figure out how to go pay that place a visit ourselves, the butcher shop.
Oh yes, did I actually end up showing? Right, I made these afterwards, but I can show if I put
What the
them
children's look
somewhere.
like?
Yeah, I was going to show what the children look like. Did I put them in Foundry? I thought I did. All right, there's a search bar. What am I doing? There we go. All right. We have little Bingo. Everyone's favorite annoying child.
Really,
Two.
sir? I'm ever so
and we
entitled.
have- let's see. Oh, that's what I hid them under Lamb's Lambs. There we go. I mean, that totally makes sense for where they are. And then we have Tibbert, the quieter one, who looks like this. I guess for audio listeners, the Bingo looked very snobbish, wearing blue and gold outfit that is somewhat reminiscent of a certain nobleman that you may have seen before. No relation, though. Tibbert has a bit more of a kind of muted look with a checkered shirt, black and gray, some gold trimming, or like yellowish trimming, and pale white hair and white eyes. And then we have Victor, over here. Darker skin, sort of ruddy red t-shirt. He's got a little cloak and blue jeans. All right. Thank you, Jaboral. I worked very hard on this map. And it's available to anyone in the description of one of the YouTube videos from earlier. But anyway. Okay, so yeah, you guys are back at the inn. And I guess for the audience's sake, I've also made a sort of overly complicated subsystem for the Script and Scrimshaw. Which basically the business has business levels, and it costs money to upgrade it to the next level, and you can hire additional staff, which give the team extra bonuses and things that they can do with the at the Script and Scrimshaw. And there's other upgrades that can also be purchased and added eventually. And in general, it's a way to help gather information on various subjects around the city or various groups around the city, and a way to gain reputation with the various factions and citizens around the city. Oh, alright. And I guess we talked offline. You mentioned that you wanted to go ahead and spend the money to upgrade to level 1. You could... you had time in the morning, so you could have, or you could do that right now while you're waiting for the exam to finish. You go out, you make some necessary connections, you spend like 30 minutes or so just going to various places, gathering, or putting in some orders for additional like silverware, some drinks, food, supplies to be like shipped regularly, and yeah, you've by tomorrow the bar will be level 1,
Very
upgraded
cool.
for level 0.
I imagine this is with Miss Nina's help. Like I
Yes.
chatted with her last time about just needing to get the bar out of soft open and into actually being a business again.
Yeah, Nia's because you've helped her out already. She's more than willing to help arrange some connections, and she appreciates local business. You can all sort of grow together, especially if you're in not necessarily competing businesses. So she's more than happy to assist. All right. I leave the floor to everyone. Regan, you've finished your classes. You've had 30 minutes to chill at your room, I guess, if you wish. Otherwise, yeah, floor is yours.
Yeah.
Stop letting me talk.
What is... The last time I tried to see what everyone was up to, we didn't do a whole lot, so... We'll see if anything is up today. She'll ping with her cool Harrow deck ghost cell phone and ask if, hey, I finished my test, did a great job. No thanks to all the stress that I've been under. But speaking of stress, has anyone found anything else? Should we meet up?
I was just meeting with Felix to go over what I had learned about the butcher.
Ooh.
So if you would like to join us, I can share with you now, or we can do it through telephone messages, which seems less ideal.
Yeah, telephone. That we don't know telephone. But that seems like a lot of extra mouths that things can get messed up through. So she'll probably make her way down to where everyone else is.
All
if
right.
I'm allowed to do so.
Oh, yes, you are more than allowed to do so. Can you? Okay, should be able to move. What is that? That's something like 200-ish feet. We'll call it 30 minutes.
I'm just sitting here staring at Felix the whole time. That's not weird at all, right?
No, I like this. You're watching kind of a slow process in which Felix realizes that he's sort of been making a mess of and keep taking care of the script and Scrimshaw at the same time. Like, Lizzie has seriously put this place into order, and it's just by the sheer virtue of turning mounds and piles of things into stuff on shelves.
And I updated Lizzie's art as well, so she's no longer in rags, has like a nice little uniform for the script and Scrimshaw, much more waitressy kind of look.
Cookies are a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Food that doesn't come in a bag.
And it's transportable. They can take it with them.
And something
Good
very
works.
easy for her to make, so she's probably made them already.
I tell you, I'll hang out, and I won't be watching Felix so much as just watching the bar in a way that is probably intimidating to people who walk in, which is not very helpful, I imagine. But while my daughter's working here and I'm here enjoying a beverage of some kind, I'm going to be slightly overbearing.
Are you in you're here as Tullios, and you're in your
I'm
like
here as
guard
Tullios,
uniform
and
too? Yeah.
I mean, yeah. For better or worse, as much as I try to take the time off that I have, I also am always on call, essentially. So whenever the bells ring, I try to be ready for it.
I can't imagine the advertising has gone much further beyond the Midland. So you're only scaring the neighbors, no one else from any other part
I'm
of the
not
city.
trying to scare them. I'm just trying to frighten off anybody who thinks that they're coming in to cause some problems.
I'm sure they'll
Dad-
become familiar with
Dad,
your
you're
foreboding presence.
definitely scaring them.
Well, they shouldn't have any reason to be scared if they've done nothing wrong.
Lizzie sighs and goes back into the back rooms.
Just gonna keep drinking my beverage of some kind. Is it early enough for it's afternoon? I guess we could have beverages of kinds, but probably coffee, honestly. Probably stick to that for now.
I'd like to think that the first keg has finally arrived, so you can have a beer if you'd like one, but coffee is fine.
If I'm still here later tonight, or if I come back, maybe. But
All right. While you're having that conversation, Regan, you enter the bar.
I'm here.
stare her down for a moment. Oh.
Oh. I stare
glaring
back,
at
Suspicious
the
person.
customers.
making unwavering eye contact.
Is it actually Reagan? Yeah, it's Reagan.
Hello.
Come on, have a seat.
Thank you. sit on this house over here.
It's the whole house. Perfect scene.
Oh, I could
did
switch
you
back to
find?
the screenshot map.
So, there seems to be a number of guards who are there more or less all of the time, or at least most of the time. There's one at the front, there's one at the desk, one who is out in their pens where they usually keep the animals. They also have a couple more who not sure if they're in all the time or if they're come and go. There's also a Vudra, is that right? Vudran lady? The partner?
Vudrani,
A darker skinned
or
Vudrani?
I think they've switched it to Vudra. I think it used to be Vudrani, and now they've decided it's Vudra instead.
Okay.
I'm not sure though. We'll go with Vudra for now.
Vudra. There's apparently one of the guards has a partner who's Vudran. Wondering if that might actually be our ticket to access if we want to be sneaky about it, but I don't know how sneaky we want to be. Either way, they're busy all the time, so we can get in line early in the morning and try and talk to them ourselves, or we can just walk up and try and pretend like we have authority. I mean, I suppose we do actually have authority. Well, you two actually have the authority. I'm here assisting. You were
we have authority.
Recruited to serve as Queen Iliosa's whatever, I'm not sure, strike force.
I've never
riot
had authority
peacekeepers?
before. So
Well,
I like to think
I don't
that
have a
this is a
badge.
problem we're trying to solve somewhat quietly. We're not necessarily like a very public task force.
a secret task force.
yeah, I suppose we are kind of secret.
Yeah.
Do
Are
we
we gonna
want
go at
to?
night?
I was
Did
going to say, do we want to just walk up and talk to them, or do we want to sneak in and try and surprise them?
So like, if I remember correctly, there was a moment that seems to happen on a kind of somewhat daily basis that the kids let us know about, where like the animals sort of arrive and they restock the butcher shop. That may be an opportune moment to show up ourselves and add our own flavor of chaos to chaos.
Ooh, you should pretend to be a meat inspector. A health inspector.
Are we saying that Felix should be the meat inspector? Because I don't.
Well, he seems the most likely to be the meat
Okay,
inspector.
that's fine with me. I can guard and escort, I suppose. I'm not sure.
I mean, I've been at the butt end of a lot of food safety requirements. Surely I can spout them back at
Yeah.
somebody else and they'll sound very important.
Yeah, you know what you have to do, what they're having to do. I'm also going to assume that if we're going in to accuse them of crimes against food, they're not going to take kindly to it, but we'll see how we handle it, I suppose.
And there were some reports of individuals who have gotten sick from the meat that they have gotten from.
That's true. We
From
have
this
a reason
butcher
to go
shop.
in.
So,
Yes.
however thin, we have a reason.
Good suggestion, Regan. Maybe we'll stick with that then. Go in as a inspection force and inspect the food and make sure it's not making people sick.
So are you going as this, or are
If we're
you
going in
as...
daytime, I'll go as this.
Okay, because this is more authority. I feel if
I
you're
agree.
there,
I do
you're
agree.
there.
That's why, yeah. If we're going during daytime, I can lend the authority if you'd like. But yeah.
As a note, you do know that they are ex-guards.
True.
Ah,
As somebody who's not an actual guard, though, well, serving primarily in the firefighting force of things, would they know me?
They might know you. They'll probably recognize that your armor, like the outfit you're wearing, is part of the fire brigade and not the
Yeah, that's
regular guard uniform.
I don't have a
They're a
regular
bit
guard
more
uniform.
knowledgeable about the guard than a sort of average person.
Yeah, the layperson. I have a disguise kit. Can I disguise myself to be a regular-looking guard?
You could try. It'd be easier if you went to the Citadel and like took some stuff?
I could requisition or take. I don't know if they'll be cool with me taking, so we'll find out.
They'd be
What do you
cool
think?
with one
Should
of
I-
us taking, since we're secret. Whatever we're the secret force. You know?
That's actually a very valid point. If we go and address that with, her name is escaping me, Commander Croft, then perhaps we can get permission to just have some uniforms so that you are all properly official. And I would snag one too, I suppose, for the purposes of this scheme. Does it sound
She
viable?
told you that she doesn't really want the guard to be involved or associated with it
All right.
directly. This is supposed to be kind of
That's
clandestine.
right.
What about the meat inspectors? Those are not the guard, but
Yeah, I was about to
are,
say, I don't
are
think the meat
s-
inspectors are.
yeah, they are a somewhat official city body, and if we like could appear as
Oh,
3
boy.
health inspectors, that is a very different vibe.
You've met with the Magistrate of Food and Safety before. You know some about their regulations at least.
Do
And
they
you've
have
seen
uniforms?
inspections.
Yeah, do they dress a certain
No.
way?
No, they don't
Do
have
they
any
usually
particular uniform.
represent, but do they have some sort of badge or other representation of the city that would give them official status?
Not really. They usually come with they come with paperwork. And the
Okay.
paperwork is like official paperwork with the seal
We-
of Corvosa and such.
Do you have any? Like, do they give you copies that we can, I mean, I don't know if any of you are good at, forgery. I'm not particularly skilled at that myself, I don't believe.
I love paperwork.
Yeah, forgery would be
Survival?
using
Or
society.
society, excuse me, not
yeah.
survival.
My
survival.
society's all right. It's a plus
Felix
8.
would have
better
his
than mine.
own copies of those documents.
Ooh.
I would be happy to assist. I do have some training in society, but I'm not as skilled at paperwork. It's not my forte.
I would be happy to volunteer what paperwork I have. I presume we need to produce at least a reasonable facsimile of an inspection order that's actually targeting this butcher shop and is like stamped with a somewhat recent date, because all of mine are going to be obviously for the script and scrimshaw sometime in the past.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, we can look at them. Then we can get a new piece of paper and we can copy what's on the old piece of paper to the new one, but change the dates and the name.
Yep. We would just also changing the concern that was causing the reason for inspection,
Yes,
possibly.
rotted meat, or meat making people sick.
But this is All the World's Meat, I believe, is the name of the place.
All the world's meat.
All right, we do know the name.
Does the school happen to have any kind of like supplies that might help us in this? I imagine it's more than just a random piece of paper. It's gonna have some kind of like printed element.
No, they typically still use like scribes and stuff, so a lot of it is just kind of handwritten in like a
no
very
seals or
like,
stamps?
particular way. There are seals and stamps, yes.
Okay, so we may
Um,
need to get a stamp of some kind or replicate that somehow. But we may be able to. I mean, I don't want to over-assert anyone's capabilities at forgery, because I don't know that anybody's good at it here. So, but possibly somebody could forge the stamp.
Maybe.
Yeah, you would need a writing set. That's basically the only tool that you need.
I do not have a writing set. I have
No,
a grappling hook.
a grappling hook can yield a writing set, but that's a different set of crimes. Maybe we could just go buy that. Like that seems like a thing
Yeah.
one should be able to readily get their hands on. And then we'll sit down later this afternoon after we get the supplies and try and make ourselves a health inspection order.
Okay. Yep, that'll take about like I'm gonna call it like 3 hours to sit down and like fully try to forge this document.
Okay. We'll take some time and we'll try and forge this document.
Okay, so going out and buying a writing set if you don't have one. It's 1 gold.
I have a set.
You have a set already? Okay, so you
I
don't need to go out and buy
do.
anything.
The scholar ought to
One
have a
writer's-
set. That would make sense.
There it is.
Are you doing this downstairs in the bar, or?
No, that would be ridiculous.
We're
should
gonna
not do it down here.
We should go out front in where the actual butchery is, and then start working on the paperwork there, where they can see us.
Right in front of them.
Exactly.
Yeah, hold up a big sign that says "Forgery in progress. Please do not disturb." No, I imagined. Felix has an office upstairs. One of the rooms is reserved for that purpose. That's where we would do this work.
Okay. Let me switch up there. We'll put you inside the office. Okay.
Ooh, this is cozy.
There you go. Yeah, it's a tight room. I assume it's sort of mainly Felix and Regan, but with Tullios overseeing. Okay, so let's see. I haven't actually had to do forgery I think it's called the create forgery action. This has not come up yet in all of my 2E playing.
Yeah, it's a secret.
Is it dark in that room? Oops. There should have been a light.
Oh, I mean, I could see. Okay, I guess. But
It's lightish, but I feel like we could use big
More light?
so that we can see all the details.
Are you putting the light on everyone or just yourself?
Just myself.
Okay.
Over my head.
Yeah, it's a sort of like it's a small room, so it's basically just got a torch on the side, and Felix came up and lit it, but it's still pretty dim in the room, so you cast a light and fully illuminate the space. Okay, so yeah, we'll call this a society check to create this forgery. You have a sample of the handwriting that you're trying to mimic, so that's fine. And you have a copied document. So that's going to be a +4 circumstance bonus. Because you're pretty familiar with it. And you've got most of what you need. So, because it's already a +4 circumstance bonus, there's no real aiding to be done. It's just a matter of attempting to copy the document. You can have multiple people attempt to copy the document and then sort of pick the one you think looks better, if you wish.
That's what I thought we would do.
I guess you would probably need another writing set per person if you wanted to do that. Which you can go run out and buy one for $1 gold, and it only takes like 10 minutes to go find one.
It sounds like a good idea. Felix will put up the 2 gold, so we each have a set.
Okay. All right. Tullios and Felix, go ahead and add a writing set to your inventory.
okay.
And quickly as they... is this consumed when we do this?
No. You can buy extra ink and stuff, but that's only if you do a significant amount of writing to the point where I feel like you've probably used up all your parchment and ink. That's like we're making flyers for the whole city or something. But for the most part, you should be fine.
Okay.
All right, and then I guess once you're ready, everybody who's going to attempt can roll a secret society check for me.
Okay. Can I aid on this?
No, you can't really aid on this because it's already a +4 circumstance bonus.
Right. Of course. So
yeah.
then I will
So there's aid is normally a circumstance bonus, so there's no point to aiding. So if you want to just try your hand at it, you can all 3 try and then see who has the best one at the end.
And it's
Let's see how
society?
good my crayon drawing is.
Yeah, a blind society check, please.
Okay. Why?
With a +4 circumstance bonus.
Yes, add a +4 circumstance bonus to it.
All right, I've rolled.
All right. It's one for Regan, one for Felix. And then
Moment.
Tully is rolling.
Add bonus. Blind. There we go. Okay. Please tell me it's just grand drawings of.
Yeah, I'll reveal that one. That is a natural one. For an
Paperwork,
11
not my
from
forte.
Tullios. It's real bad. But you look at the other two documents, and Felix, yours comes out like pretty nice. You're not quite able to like really copy the handwriting style of the other person, so you just sort of do it in your own handwriting style, and it looks neat and clean and pretty official. And then you look over at Regan's, and Regan's is like immaculate. It is a like carbon copy of this person's writing, and the dates are all correctly laid out. You even got the like. You were very careful on sort of making the seal impression. It looks like an official Corvosan like stamp there. Yeah, it's pretty clear that Reagan's looks the best.
This is
I'm-
how I got all A's in primary school.
Official forgery. Perfect.
Haha.
I'm glad at least one of us can copy homework well. No, but
All
this
right.
is perfect.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can learn a little bit about their operation. Like, I think the questions that we'd be after are, where does the meat come from? And in the process, like, we just need to have our eyes open and pick up any other details.
Inspect the kitchen, inspect the animals, ask them all about it. Just a lot of inspecting will happen.
Ask the specifically like about how they make sure to clean everything before they go through the day's work, and how they have come to operate this butcher shop of free meat.
Sounds valid to me.
Yeah.
You all did much better on the paperwork than I did.
Yours is there. It is
I don't think I
present.
spelled butcher right.
But
has-
2 O's.
Is that not correct? Butcher.
No, there's a U. It's a U.
Why is there a U? It's butcher.
It's
like boo, butcher.
Ooh.
That's weird.
And traditionally, seals are circular. It's interesting the shapes that you have brought into this space.
It's very creative.
I was not. I was going for the seal, and then I decided it should actually be the circle, and it just came to be more of a triangle with rounded edges. Except that edge, which is not a triangular or shaped straight at all. It just... Okay, look, I'm not good at this. I'm sorry. So, Reagan's got this taken care of. Great. I need to dress down so I don't look like I'm in my uniform anymore. So I'm going to dress down, not fully to nothing, but like kind of take off the pieces that make it look like I'm in the guard at all.
Okay. Yep. And do you just like leave those here in the script?
I think
script shop?
this office here should be secure. I trust Felix's locks enough. I hope there shouldn't be a problem. So we'll come back for them. My intention is not to look like I'm here as a guard of any sort. I'm working with them.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you dress down and are ready to go whenever you wish.
Is now a good time.
When did the kids say that the butcher shop gets its daily delivery?
I believe it was in the morning.
Oh, every night.
Every night, excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah.
So this evening we should be expecting delivery, which, if it took 3 hours for us to do that, that would make it about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now.
Yes, I did not update the time, but correct.
So
1,
if
2,
we
3.
can push a little time and then get there to arrive about when we expect the animals to show up, possibly quite or just before, so that we're.
Oh, the kids made it sound like it's like close to midnight after the shop is closed.
Really late. Okay.
Yes.
No, I don't know that we want to wait that late. I think we would want to show up maybe just towards the end of their operating hours.
We can do that too. Did we confirm that their operating hours are like, sometime in the morning to sometime in the evening until they run out, or just they stop at a certain point and say no more, we're done?
Yeah, they basically are open in the morning and like around like 6, 8, or like maybe closer to 7 a.m. is when they open.
Mhm.
There's usually a big line, and they go until they run out of meat. And that's usually around noon is when they're kind of like done with like a line and customers, or at least for like the free customers. But they seem to still be open until like 5, like 6, 7, maybe.
Okay. So good 12.
Is when the orphans
shift.
say that most of the lights go out around 7.
If we go now, there are less witnesses.
That works.
That seems fine.
All right. I will haul my backpack on my shoulder and let's go to the butcher.
Okay. So as
To the
you're leaving, Lizzie catches sight of you and are you guys going somewhere?
Running a work errand. We are checking on a place that there's some concern about.
Oh, not in your uniform, Dad? That's weird.
It's a little undercover. I'm branching out a little further from just firework. So.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I guess good luck.
Thanks. Should be fine. I'll see you tonight. Be safe. I love you.
Yeah, will do. Felix, should I keep the doors open or should I start cleaning up?
The evening rush is probably not going to be much of a rush. We still haven't really like gotten to full open. Feel free to close up when you kind of see things die down and head home. We shouldn't be out terribly long, but I don't want you to have to be here until we get back.
All right, you got it. I'll
you.
do my best. All right. Then, so as a group, you exit the building.
Yes.
Close the doors behind you.
Who's in charge here?
Who
I'm gonna
wants-
look at Felix.
Who's got the highest charisma
Yeah,
score of
no,
us all?
and how do I put this? I've also been through a meat inspection before, or like
too.
a facility inspection before. So I would take the lead on this one as to being the chief inspector.
I feel that's appropriate.
What do you want your names to be?
Ooh, we
This,
get new
this
names.
is not a thing we should invent when we are standing in front of the butcher
You know,
shop.
Very
This is
valid
a thing
question.
that we need to know now.
I am Tullios Couldarn. I'm going to go as myself. It's fine.
I will think of a cool name that would not sound like a name that is threatening. What? Actually, no. What's a really stern, like, food inspector name?
I was trying to think of something that was a pun on meow and Regan, and I came up with Megan, and that's not really a good disguise name. But we can just go with Megan.
My name is Megan Prescott.
Megan Prescott.
There you go. Megan Prescott.
Yeah, Megan Prescott.
And I'm gonna put on my cool disguise. It's not a disguise, but I purchased the basic face mask and I put it up because I am a germaphobe. That's my character. Megan is a germaphobe, so
Okay.
she can tell. Megan knows what's up with the germs. She can find them. They're everywhere.
Well, glad we got her on.
When you said basic face mask, I was first like, what, like a masquerade mask? And I was like, oh, right, of course. No, the
Yes, you had this in the store.
the like typical surgical mask.
Yeah.
Puts on,
The
has
COVID
her
mask,
gloves.
if you will.
She's ready for any germs to come her
COVID
way.
Come back, God.
Oh,
All right.
Dead fish stick. That's right.
what was the name of the health inspector on the forms we copied? Because that is the character who I am.
Oh shit! We should have looked at that.
The health inspector on the form was a
Hopeful man.
yes, it was a man's name. It is a Giorgio Manos.
Giorgio Manos.
Georgios, cooler name. And Megan.
Giorgio.
That was better than the idea I had in my head. I was just going to be Hugo.
Ooh.
Hugo.
You still can be, but I guess if Regan copied Giorgio Manos onto the form.
Yeah, we should use that field. Like that. That's the okay. Giorgio Manos, food inspector, health inspector.
All
Details.
right, let's
Details.
see. Let me just do a slate.
Giorgio.
I can't remember what the last name is on that Giorgio meme.
Giorgio?
Where is
Armani?
everyone? Is it? No. No, it's like my name is Giorgio. Something Giorgio. I can't think of how the meme goes.
Giovanni. My name is Giovanni Giorgio.
Giovanni Giorgio. There we go.
That's
all
right.
right.
I remember falling into that hole last year or the year before and going, oh my gosh, what is this meme? I don't understand. It's so funny.
This is Tullios, not Mayhem, and a Regan. And you're coming around from the South Street. Okay. Cool. Let's do this. We will switch. I hope everything's working. All right. Let's go. Okay. So you guys are walking. You went up around the south side of the building and across westward towards All the World's Meet, which is right here to the south. You can still be a little bit away from the building before you approach. This is just as far as the map goes. But you can see at the entrance is a rough-looking guy with a big sledgehammer kind of slung over his shoulder. He's leaning up against the wall of the building. He's kind of like picking his teeth with his pinky finger. He's clearly like armored. He's got some maybe some light plate armor or something, some chainmail underneath. Actually, it looks like Corvosan Guard chainmail, like standard issue chainmail, just without all of the other stuff. And he's also got like a cowhide pants, and you can see like a cowhide undershirt. And he looks like this.
Rawhide.
Rawhide.
I like his
Cow
hat.
legs.
Yeah. He's got a little like messenger cap. He's also got like a pretty extreme unibrow, and his eyes are
Did you see
pretty wide,
Just
kind of far
under the
apart.
brim there.
Yeah. But yeah, he doesn't. you're still a little bit away. He doesn't take notice of you. He's just kind of sitting there beside the door. You can also see there's like a glass window beside that. Turn off my mouse. A glass window beside him, like a display window where you can see in, and there's like some meat on display, but not much. It's actually mostly empty this time. It's probably we'll call that 30 minutes ahead. It's like 4:30 right now.
Fair enough. Well, I'm going to follow Felix's lead, but I will be standing near and behind as obvious muscle, even though I'm still otherwise operating as this inspection thing. But
I think I'm gonna take the stance that how do I put this? I am busy and belong in the space that I am in right now, so I head straight up to the front door, straight up to the guard, as if he were there to deal with my problems exclusively.
Yes.
And
he is.
ask this person if they work there.
Okay, so yeah, you just walk straight on up to him.
Yep.
Okay. What do you mean? Do I work here?
I mean, do you work here? I'm Giorgio Milo, City Health Inspector. We're here to take a look at this operation. It seems to have recently come back into being. Are you an employee of this establishment?
So what if I was?
Well, I would love to have you take us for a tour of how exactly you do business. As it's very surprising to the city of Corvosa that this once closed butcher shop has once again begun selling goods here in the city.
Go ahead and give me a deception check. You can have a +2 circumstance bonus. Make it blind, though.
+2 bonus, blind, button.
Question marks.
Where's his will? There it is. Okay. Well, if you're here for an inspection or whatever, just go on inside.
Thank
You'll
you
need
kindly.
the boss to help you with that. But don't expect too much help. And he spits on the ground beside him.
Felix will look
Tully's
at that.
going to make a mark on his steno pad. So he's just looking down at that, just goes, Just trying to be in character.
Perfect.
You notice the guy kind of straighten up a little bit as he sees that.
As you were doing your job.
We're just taking note of your practices in this business, all of them.
Everything is relevant.
My practicing's all good. You don't have anything to worry about, sir.
Clearly.
We'll head inside.
I am so
All right.
letting
You walk. You walk past him up to the door, presumably, and open it. And inside you can see, just around the corner is those meat displays. They're not as full as they look here on the map because you came later in the day. And there's a chubbier guy kind of leaned over the counter. He's got a deck of cards, and he's like playing solitaire on the counter. I can give you a look at him. Leaned up against the counter beside him is another one of these sledgehammers. And he's got a kind of butcher's frock on that's kind of stained with meat. A pretty big meat cleaver sitting on the counter beside him. And he's got one, while he's sort of playing solitaire with one hand, he's eating a roasted chicken leg, a drumstick with the other. And I'll give you a look at him.
So he's eating cooked meat while covered in blood.
Yes.
Make a note of that, please.
That's writing.
More notes.
His green eyes turn up to look at you as you enter. We're mostly out of meat today. If you want something, you're going to have to come back tomorrow morning.
We're not here for purchase, sir. We're here to inspect this place of business. I'm Giorgio Milo, with the Corvosan Health Inspectors, and we've recently heard that this business is reopened again, which is much a surprise to us. We've had it marked as foreclosed for some time. As I'm sure you're aware, any butcher shop or place of business selling food to the public must be inspected, and so we're here to hopefully rectify this situation.
He's thinking a little bit. Go ahead and roll me another deception check, blind. Again with a +2.
It is commendable, of course, that you're offering your wares to the city in such a time of need. But at the same time, we've also heard some reports of people who might have gotten ill from the food that they received from this facility. The reports of which are the primary reason that we are here today.
Would you like to use a hero point?
I'm going to say that is a good thing to do.
Is that a threat?
Maybe. Okay. He looks at you. You got some kind of forms or something?
Without skipping a beat, Felix pulls out the forms that were that we prepared earlier, and lays them out to this gentleman. Sir, may I ask your name?
Mulder.
Mulder. Of course, you can inspect the paperwork. And after you take a look, we would love to get an idea as to how business is conducted here, specifically starting with how animals are brought to the facility, how you take care to make sure that they are dressed and prepared for slaughter in a safe fashion, and then ultimately how you work those products down to the leg of chicken that you are eating in front of us.
How did you pronounce your name? It says here, Manos. I thought you said something like
Giorgio Manos. Yes, sir.
He looks at you for a moment. Oh, guess it's some kind of weird Parisian spelling or something. All right. Well, he gets up, stretches. Fine. If you want to see what's going on in the back, sure. What all do you need?
Why don't we start with the yard where you keep the animals, and we can go through the entire slaughtering process step by step. We're most interested in, of course, how you make sure that everything is safe and sanitized as you prepare a product for the public.
He kind of looks back behind him and then walks around the counter. Oh, come on then, follow me. And we'll sort of push past you out through the door.
All right. Felix is following this guy like it's the most interesting thing on the planet, because for the next hour it is.
There's a
Beldrago, don't let anybody inside.
But we'll follow too.
Yeah, boss. I don't know if you heard that, but the other guy's name is Beldrago. Baldrago. Baldrago. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a really exciting name.
It is. I like it.
Okay, so he leads you around the side of the building. Beldrago will close the door. Through, past some trees, and over to a little farmyard. It's not in the best condition. The fence is a bit worn. There's big puddles in the dirt. There's not a whole lot of grass for the animals to eat. And you see they've got like 2 cows, 3 sheep, and 3 pigs. And there's a tall guy, a tall, lanky guy, who's currently like petting one of the cows on the back. Yeah, he's very tall, lanky. He's got kind of scraggly black hair under his cap with like a little strand of red in one spot. And otherwise, he's wearing a pretty similar outfit to Mulder over here.
Everyone
Hey.
seems to have this cow print undershirt.
Yes, yeah, they all have this like cow print undershirt, and these 2 at least are wearing these kind of blood-stained frocks. Mulder will shout over the fence, "Hey, Carallo, we got some company. They're here for an inspection, they say." Oh, what? Nobody told me about an inspection. Don't worry about it. Come on. And Mulder will wave you along as he moves aside. Forgot to move out of the way. Oh shit, this is like a real wall. I didn't mean to make that a real wall. One sec.
Indeed, we cannot cross it.
Why is...
You can pull us across, possibly.
This should be a no limited sight wall. That should be a no limited sight wall.
Tullios,
Oh,
do
very
good.
take note of the condition of this pen. It appears waterlogged, and but the animals seem in fair condition.
Can I perceive for the animals if there's any markings on origin, if they all seem to have been purchased from the same place?
Ooh,
Or,
okay.
You know, like branding, that sort of thing. Sheep have
Do you want to do it
markings
from
sometimes.
here? It would be a penalty to do it from here, or you can like go into the he's leading you around to the fence.
Oh, then
around the fence.
I'll follow around
Yeah.
to get inside. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So yeah, he's leading you down to the south over here, and he'll
I see what you're talking about. Okay.
unlock and open the gate, and then unlock and open this gate. There's a in the south part here. There's like a cart with some hay and some feed. There's a couple of crates around as well that look like they have some stuff in it. But yeah, Mulder will open the gate and let you inside. Actually, he'll probably just kind of stand here at the entrance. Take a look at the animals if you want.
What
And
are
I
the
will
condition of the water troughs? Are they actually filled like as photoed, or?
Yes, both of these troughs here are filled. The water looks kind of murky. Yeah, at a glance, it looks like maybe slightly dirty water. But I mean, pigs are currently drinking out of it, so it's probably going to get some dirt in it. You could test it if you wish, but
I'm just gonna make a note of
Have
that.
a sip.
Like looking at it, point at it, and then write some notes down. Specifically trying to make them feel more intimidated by us being here. But
Okay,
I'm looking at the animals otherwise primarily just to see if there's any obvious identifiers.
Is there something wrong?
Well, for one, the water appears murky and a little bit dirty, as if it hasn't been changed in the last couple of days. Taking a look at this pen here, there's really not a lot of feed for these animals to eat, and it looks like rain has filled in some spots here in the yard. How often do you tend to this yard?
Well, I'm usually here every day, but I'm pretty new at it.
Interesting. When did you take on this role first?
And you see him. His eyes are kind of shifty. He seems to look away from you for a moment, and then looks back at you. I've just started like a week ago, sir.
Interesting, and it's understandable. This business recently reopened. Where else have you tended to animals? What other businesses might we have previously inspected that kind of build your body of work?
I don't really have a body of work. Like I said, I'm pretty new to this.
Have you ever worked in a public food handling context before, where you were serving meat to the public?
No, sir. I haven't. Mulder kind of clears his throat a little bit. Not really. No, sir.
Thank you for your honesty. It's important to know when businesses are first getting their feet under them, but that is by no means a finding for someone to be new at their job. It's just contributes to some of the things that we're seeing as we look on the conditions these animals are kept in.
We're not here to punish you all. We are here to ensure that the people of Corvos are being fed safely. And if you are doing things wrong, we're here to correct them, not to make your lives worse.
Okay. That's a good thing, I think.
To improve this holding pen, the things we would suggest would include refreshing the water on a daily basis. Even if the animals are soon to be slaughtered, it's important that they have access to fresh water and fresh food at all times. And it would also be great to see this area improved with a feed trough as well as a water trough.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure the big man gets the message then. Mulder says from over by the fence. He's kind of like leaned up against the fence.
Am I seeing any signs on these animals of like multiple?
Oh, right.
I guess what I'm wondering is like, are they rustled from different places? Are they purchased from different places? Are they all coming from the same place? Kind of gathering any information as to their status and origin, if possible.
Okay. Yeah. Give me I think that'll be a blind perception check.
Blind perception. We can do that.
Yep.
Yeah. During this time, Felix will just continue to criticize anything and everything about this pen to keep up conversation.
Okay. Yeah. So while you're critiquing, Tully, you're kind of meandering around, looking at the different animals. These look like they've all come from different farms. Like, for sure. Like, you see different brands on different animals.
Okay.
Give me a society check as well.
Okay. Secret?
Yeah, secret on.
Yeah, we can do that. Nope. Shit. That wasn't secret.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You recognize one of the cows. You notice the one of the cows has a brand from like a meat farm, like where they raise the cows for beef production. The other one is from a dairy farm.
Ooh.
And it doesn't look old.
Fairly fresh marking on it.
Oh, I mean, sorry, the cow itself doesn't look old.
Yeah, young dairy cow would not necessarily be. Okay. That's going into the mental note. I'm not gonna say anything about it at the moment.
Okay.
What's like the health of the animals? Do they all look healthy? Do some of them look sickly?
Give me a medicine check then. Blind, please.
9.
And I guess as a general rule, if you ever make a blind check that you really want to make count, you can always use your hero point, and I'll just treat it as advantage if you get the better of the two.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
Blind medicine check.
Okay. Yeah, you give the animals a good looking over while Tully is doing his look over, and Felix is keeping the other two busy. And actually, I should roll a thing for that. But yeah, you're looking at them, trying to gauge their health. They seem mostly pretty healthy, though you do notice in a couple spots they have like rope burns around, like the smaller animals have them kind of like around their waist and legs, and the cows have them like around their necks.
Ooh.
Looks like probably ropes were used on them in a fairly rough way.
Also a mental note.
A lot of this is me just making myself more comfortable with the idea of just beating these people up. That's all. Just need justification to know they're bad guys and not people actually here doing good things for people selflessly. Okay.
Felix, I will need I need you to create a diversion, which is typically deception, I think.
Okay. I think that at this point I would have gone over to the fence and started trying to test it, because it looks like some of these fence posts are pretty precarious. And the first one that feels like it might give, I'll put my weight into and try and like seriously bring a section of a fence out of alignment.
Okay. So you go over here and start messing with the fence a bit.
It is really
give me
unsafe if these animals get out into the city. They could cause havoc in hell. Shit.
Okay. I mean, that's
No, I meant to
pretty
make
good.
it private.
It should have been blind, but that was 21. Oh, hey, tabletop rolls, rating with a party of 11. Thank you. Welcome. We're inspecting a farm right now.
It's exciting. It's a butchery.
Are they
Yeah,
up to
that's true. It's a
code?
butchery.
We'll
Okay, yeah,
never know.
you're kind of jiggling with the fence, and you managed to keep both Corallo and Mulder pretty focused on you, while the other two are moving around inspecting. And they don't seem to notice what either of them are looking at or checking on. Okay, that takes like 5 minutes or so. Well, are you good, or is there anything else you need to see? Mulder says.
I think this
Usually-
is all for the holding pen area. We're gonna want to move next to the facilities where you slaughter the animals and prepare the cuts of meat. Want to make sure that you're operating a sanitary and safe operation as these animals are prepared for sale to the public.
Yeah, is that through these doors here? And Tullios will bang on the doors that he's standing next to.
Does he actually? Oh, I see. Oh, no, sir. That's the holding pens for the other animals that are to be slaughtered.
Oh, you have more in here.
Other
You can probably take a look
animals?
at those too.
Yes, sir. I can unlock it. Mulder kind of. I don't know if you need to see all that. These animals are condemned for. They're going to be butchered soon. I don't know if you really need to.
And in the mouths of the citizens.
It's okay, Mulder. I'll just unlock it and show them. Fine. Mulder will kind of follow you in. And you make your way inside and see there's just one cow in here currently. There's two pens. Both have little gates. And they're kind of held in with iron bars. The one cow here seems fine, seems healthy enough. The other pen is fully empty.
Is
And
this one
there's
also a
another
dairy
door here
cow,
to
or is
the
this
south.
another cow from the meat? Or
Perception
can I
check.
tell from
Yeah, you can't. You'd have to kind of. It's turned around, or like turned to face you currently.
there? Secrets.
Yeah, you kind of step over to the side and kind of look at it, lean a little bit. Yeah, you actually note that it's from the
Open that cow
same
butt.
dairy farm. as the other cow.
Still not mentioning anything. Am going to write a note down in a very obvious way.
Is everything okay, sir?
So
it's
far,
not
fine.
sick, is it?
Doesn't appear to be from here. Have you noticed any issues with your recent acquisitions? Are they feeling ill at all? Showing any signs of distemper?
No, sir. They seem pretty happy to me.
Have you worked with cows much before? Or any wildlife?
No, sir. I like them, but do you really need to be interrogating the poor kid? He's just a rookie. You got to go easy on him with all these questions.
Well, then maybe you know. How are these animals selected for ultimate slaughter here at the butcher shop? Were they not producing sufficient quantities on the farm where they're being taken care of? Were these what criteria was used in the selection?
Well, I'm not really sure about that. We've got some third-party suppliers that we usually work through. They usually bring us the stuff that's ready to go or that they don't want, I guess.
Interesting. Do you have paperwork to go with these acquisitions?
The boss usually has all that stuff. I just work here, man.
When can we... Is the boss available? I don't know if he's on site at the moment, or she. I apologize, or they.
Varric's usually pretty busy this time of day.
Scribble.
He looks out to kind of look at the sky from where he is.
Varric,
yeah, he... Huh? Yeah.
Van Kaskerkin, right? I've heard of him.
Oh, you have?
Oh, he was one of the guards who was up and coming for a bit there.
Oh, you've heard of him too, right? He's pretty cool, huh? Corallo says, in a kind of his sheepish way.
Before I respond, can I get... I would like to try and read on these two how they feel about Varric, if possible.
Okay. Sure. Yeah,
give me... makes it like a negative response or a positive, like, oh, maybe he knows who I'm talking about, sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, give me a blind perception check. Everybody can do this if you want, but yeah, Tully, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you get a pretty quick read that Corallo seems to look up to him quite a lot. Oh wow, you both rolled the same thing, so this is what you both get. Felix and Tully.
For reading this.
Yeah, you both get that Corallo seems to maybe be a bit of a fanboy, even. Like he has a very positive sentiment towards Varric, just from these couple of lines of conversation. Mulder seems, when you mention that you know him, his face kind of like tenses up, and he like glares at you a moment. And when Corallo starts talking, he kind of like relaxes a bit, but he seems a little concerned that you know about him. And his actual like reaction or like relationship towards Varric, he seems to be referring to him in a deferential way. You're not sure if it feels a little like he's using him as a scapegoat or like an excuse.
Okay.
Like he's deferring a lot of stuff to...
Easy to play it off if it's the guy who's not here. Gotcha.
Yes. And yeah, you both get the very similar reads there.
Okay. Varric was a decent enough guy while I was in the guard. But
Oh, you used to be in the guard?
Yes. Actually, till recently, I got reassigned to different quarters after the death of the king. So.
I don't remember. I haven't seen you around before, but okay.
Now he's
well-
guarding the citizens of Corvosa and their pallets.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't he
Straight
a
smile.
great guy?
Yeah, he was a pretty good guy. Thought he was reasonable. Then they told us he left all of a sudden. So I guess he's here to do good, giving out food.
Well, it's whatever his brain wants to think. It's just a business for me, Mulder says. Are you guys ready for continue on, or are you all good?
Scribble, scribble.
More scribbles, yes. But no, I think
You haven't
so.
said anything. Is this animal in otherwise good condition aside from the fact that they're just...
Oh, the cow in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be otherwise in good condition. Doesn't look sick or injured.
Why is this cow segregated for the time being?
I think it's probably next on the.
Oh, not probably.
It's the next one on the chopping block.
Ah, I see. Very well.
We can continue on. Do you have another animal that you're busy processing at the moment? It would be great to see your business in process.
Yeah. Harns took the other one like a couple hours ago. He might be done by now.
Do you butcher here on site or in another building?
Yeah, just through this door, Mulder says, walking down to the door to the south. And he'll open it.
Holy hell!
This is not the most sanitary room I've ever seen.
The scribbling intensifies.
Yes.
My goodness!
see-
Gasp.
You see a big empty, or like a big stone room with just tons of blood stains all over the floor. Right in front of you is a bulky sort of man, rather tall. He's got really intense sideburns, and he's wiping his brow with a bloody glove. And he's holding one hand he's wiping his brow. The other hand he's got on a sledgehammer that's embedded into the side of a cow's body that's been kind of just Gallaghered apart.
Bludgeoning's my favorite way to remove meat from a cow. Tenderize it before it comes off.
This seems highly inefficient.
Here you can see what this guy looks like. Similar garb to the others.
Dual wield.
Love the sideburns though. The mutton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very intense blonde sideburns.
Those sideburns are big enough that you should have a hairnet on.
The mutton. Yes. Ooh, scribble, scribble. No hair nets.
I've been doing this for years. I don't need a hairnet anymore. Who are these guys? They say they're health inspectors, Parnes. Oh.
They
Indeed.
say. Excuse me.
Giorgio with the city health inspector. When was the last time this facility was hosed down?
He looks around.
Yes.
It's not usually a problem. Mulder, I'll take it from here. Don't worry about it. All right, Parnes. Just don't do anything to. Oh, never mind. And Mulder will make his way over to a door behind Parnes and exit the room. Health inspectors, you say you got paperwork?
Of course. Felix will produce the paperwork that he had produced previously to Mulder.
I assume the health magistrates finally noticed that this place is reopened, huh?
This butcher shop was closed for the better part of a year, if not more. It's just customary for the magistrate to be notified when a business reopens, and so once we heard that the World of Meats was once again operating, We came by to give a courtesy inspection and make sure everything is on the up and up.
He's looking over the form. Yeah. If I knew an inspection was coming, I would have told the boys to clean up more. Here, he hands it back to you. You can tell that he's actually experienced this before. Like, he's familiar with this process.
And with butchery.
Yes, as it seems.
Please go ahead
don't mind
and
the
take us
mess.
through your facility. It's actually fantastic that we get to see it as it is operating, and I just wanted to know what you would illuminate what processes that maybe we don't see that occur on a more periodic basis, such as cleaning up the facility.
Sure. All right, fine. Up there, he points up at the ceiling, and you can see, dangling from the roof is, there's like a rope attached to a hook. There's a hook at the bottom and a hook at the top that's attached to like a track. And the track basically like runs in a U shape around the room. Where's my drawing tool? It runs like this over
Much
to
like
the
the-
doors to the northeast.
Much
Yes,
like
much like the
blood
bloodstains.
pattern.
Yes, exactly. And it's clear that he's like, this is the meat hook. Normally I break apart the meat over here. He gestures at the cow corpse, or pieces of cow corpse and the hammer that's still sitting there. Or that he's just let drop to the floor now. We butcher it, hang it up here, and come on. He walks over to this grating to the south around these two big barrels. You can see one of the barrels is steaming and the other is not. We come over here, we usually drain the blood down below. This just goes into the sewers. And then he walks
Felix
around.
is following behind and being attentive, taking notes.
You notice a pile of bones on a table in the southeast corner that he just kind of skips over. Or like he doesn't call any direct attention to it. And over here, once
I
we're
like
done...
bones.
Did you say that, or are you just walking
Yeah.
over to it?
Oh no, I just like.
Okay.
Oh, I do like bones. Regan's actually interested in the bones. Even out of context, like, ooh, let me medicine
He
check
l-
these bones.
He
How
looks
often
at
do you
you
make
for a
sure
moment.
to clean the facility?
Well, we've only been in business for what is it? Maybe a week now. So we haven't done any official cleaning yet. Still waiting on some of the cleaning supplies. But you know, with the whole city and chaos and everything, we just haven't been able to get much of it.
Oh.
Why the founder just died.
Quite the break there, yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
Oops.
Oh, it's trying to refresh. Maybe it'll refresh. There we go.
Yay.
Strange.
Well, it's just a large number of bones to have collected. It's understandable that with the city in its current condition, it might be hard to get a vendor out to help clear these out.
Well, we make a lot of meat, so just part of the process.
Do you
But
process
anyway,
exclusively cows or also chickens and pigs? We saw a
uh,
mixture out there.
sometimes chickens, sometimes pigs, sometimes sheep. Depends on what we're able to get our hands on. Like I said, with things the way they are now, there's not much we can do as far as what stock we got available.
Are these cuts of meat identifiable?
Yeah, there's cuts of meat over here that you could try to identify. And Regan, you're looking at the bones, sifting through them a little bit.
I love to sift through bones.
Okay, you
What
can
bones
give
do we
me.
have here?
You can give me a blind medicine check, Regan, for the bones. Tully, I would accept. I think by default, I would accept a nature check to try to identify the meats. But if you've got something else you think is more appropriate, I would allow that too.
I will argue for crafting that since meat is at this point something that we then cook and make, rather than it being something butchered,
Sure.
or being identifiable as through the form.
Yeah, I would allow crafting then.
Okay, I'm arguing because I actually
That's
haven't trained, but I understand if you.
Yeah.
said
No,
otherwise.
I buy that argument. Yes, blind, please.
Very good.
And Felix, are you distracting him while they're doing this, or are you just?
I am gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna distract him by getting very interested in his tools. Like, specifically, I'll call out that there's a hammer over there that seems discarded. That has a number of knives just on the work surface next to prepared cuts of meat, and ask him to take me through his sanitation procedure for all of these tools.
Okay. Okay, then give me another deception check, blind, please.
Blind roll.
Was that Regan using 2?
Yes, I've used 2.
Okay. So you used a hero point
That
to
one.
reroll.
Yes.
Very important.
Just in case. I want to know about these bones.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use a hero point because I really would like to be distracting in this moment.
Okay. You rolled performance. Do you have a feat for that? Or
That was me clicking the wrong button. That was supposed to be deception.
Okay.
My performance and deception bonuses are exactly the same.
Okay, so then it doesn't matter. All right, cool. Okay. So let's see. You rolled twice. Okay, so that's your roll for the deception. That's your roll for the 2 medicine rolls. That's the number. Okay, and Tully. Okay, so Felix, you're engaging him in very boring conversation about his tool preparation, and he's annoyed, but he does like try to walk you through it. And you keep asking like more and more annoying questions. He's like, "Fine, I'll keep telling you." Meanwhile, Regan, you're looking through these bones. Well, actually, shit.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
bones.
Yeah, you're looking through the bones.
This is a bone. That's a bone.
That's a bone. This is a bone.
Whose bone
These
is
mostly, these are mostly like cow bones. A lot of them. They got a lot of bones. You see some pretty clear sheep and other kind of animal bones. There is weirdly a human femur mixed in with all these bones.
Is it like fresh? Is it a fresh femur?
Fucking know
Like,
it.
or is it an elder
God.
femur?
Femur sounds like a whole different concept.
Is your question asking whether or not the bones are fresh, or whether or not it's an adult, or
The
or
bones
an
are
elderly
fresh.
person?
Like, is this like, oh, within the last week, this bone has been taken from someone's body? Or is this like, oh, no, that it's my favorite bone that I keep in my pocket for luck?
Yes,
the femur
this there is still some amount of like little bits of like muscle and viscera attached to it. It hasn't been like fully cleaned off, and it's not fully rotted yet, or like the stuff around it hasn't fully rotted yet.
She's gonna like tilt her head over at Tullios and be like,
So Tully, you look at the meat, and these cuts are real interesting. Most of these are cow, chicken, pork. But there's a section on there's like some that are kind of set off to the side. Those look real weird. That is not any kind of meat you've seen before.
Okay. And then as Regan surreptitiously gestures at the bone that she found, I'm going to start adding some numbers in my head. We should have come with a signal for if we're just going to go for it. Because we didn't.
Well, while the two of you
Yeah,
are like
go ahead.
looking at each other, thinking about it, things.
We're incredulous.
Yeah.
I assume this is like a hitman mission. It's stealth until not.
It's like,
Parnes is he's showing you the two water tanks. Yeah, that one there. He points at the southern one. That's the hot water. We usually set a fire underneath in the morning. Usually keep it going all day. Dip the meat in there. Let it soak out all the whatever remaining blood. Cleans it up. Sanitizes it. Has some salts and stuff. Then we usually dip it in the cold water as well afterwards. And then we bring it over here to the storage, and he'll kind of walk over and open the door, and lead you to like the meat locker, where there are big hanging cuts of beef, some crates with or like small crates with some additional raw cuts, and yeah, we just hang up the meat here to cool. No windows, as you can see. Don't want any sunlight getting in. Overly warming the food. Usually try to get everything. Once I do the cuts, we usually try to get it out the next day. Then over here is where we usually salt the meat for preparation. And then if we want some of it cooked, then, because some people like their meat already cooked so they can ready to eat it, we usually ship it. I usually have Beldrago go take it out to the, to like a nearby inn to get some of it warmed up for the people. And that ends your tour.
Have I caught any minor mistakes in his process with what knowledge I have of the food inspections I've been put through?
Besides everything being a mess?
Besides the giant mess and the things that I'm not quite aware of yet.
Yes, you can tell, like, there's a mess here, there's a carelessness here, but he seems pretty familiar with this procedure. If he's not really a butcher, then he probably used to be a butcher. Like, he's using like some technical sort of butcher terms that I probably don't know for various things that he knows about. He knows when he's talking to you about the tools, he knows all the different kinds of butcher knives that you could use on the various different cuts of meat. He was probably saying some of the cuts of meat that I don't remember ever. Yeah, he seems pretty knowledgeable about this sort of stuff.
Okay, so
and whether or not he's skipped a part of the process or anything, go ahead and give me a perception check if you want to know that, and that would be blind.
Blind perception check, no bonuses. Go.
Question mark.
Because I know he sort of rushed me past the bone table in the back before.
Yes. So yeah, you can tell that he is trying to skip over some things, and trying to rush past some things, and trying to not have you look in certain directions. He tried to not have you. He very quickly walked you over the grating, and he walked you past the bones, and didn't point to the meat table.
I'm investigating the meat table. I have not followed anyone else.
Yes, I see. He
Alright, just
seemingly
so you
hasn't
know,
noticed
I'm
yet.
not-
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten to follow. I have not
Um,
followed.
With Tullios kind of pointing out, or seemingly pointing out something to you, you walk over, you look at it, you're able to pretty quickly tell that this is this set of meat that's off to the side. It's a small amount, relatively small amount, but it is definitely human meat.
Human. Take a little lick. Oh, that's human.
I have many
Ooh.
questions as to why Regan knows that, but I'm not going to ask them. So, because I don't.
Oh, do
know.
I have a
Just-
story later for you?
Megan
Out of
knows.
character.
Oh, I know which story this is.
Yeah.
After some-
I've heard
Regan's
this story
like,
before.
Ooh.
There we go.
So this is interesting. Do humans normally eat each other? I don't think so.
No, you
Yeah,
you would
some-
know that that's
Some
very
creatures eat each other.
frowned upon generally.
Big
I'm gonna
frown.
write in my notebook human meat and try to show that to Felix, if possible, without it being obvious. I
Okay,
don't know
you
if
kind of
that's
nudge Felix, and
yeah, kind of just a quick
Felix, you
nudge.
turn to look over.
Oh shit!
Yep,
Or human
I'll
voice.
look at the paper, and
Message, babe. Forgot I had this.
we all have this spell. I forgot.
You have it too. Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say we. What's
Oh,
this?
it's subtle now. Oh, excellent! I forgot they changed it to subtle. That is
Nice.
actually really good.
Auditory.
Hello, Felix. There's some human meat in here. They're cutting up humans back here.
I guess mine would have said
Why are they
questionable
doing
meat,
that?
possibly human or something. But yeah, Reagan's would be much more clear.
Human meat, human femur. I don't know how to tell blood apart, but I assume human blood is in this mess.
Hearing all of this information, like I'll go up to Perens and say, like, thank you for taking me on a Parns.
Yeah.
On a
Forget
journey.
Parns.
Parns. Parns. I'll go up to Parns and say, thank you for taking me through a tour of your facility. I think the two things that we need to cover in detail are to get an idea of the paperwork for the provenance of these animals. We were told previously that your boss would have that. And definitely, like, we want to get a good inspection of the underside of the facility, where the fires are set up daily to heat the water underneath the sanitation pools, as well as to get a good idea of the drainage system underneath those grates.
Oh, well, the fire... Here, come on. I'll show you the fire stuff. The fire's just set right under here. And he stands right here by the grating and kneels down, and he opens up a little latch underneath the this big barrel of water. And you can see there's like a small fire going in there.
Okay.
Can I?
Um,
This is. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, please.
No, please go ahead. Otherwise, it will change.
Felix will Felix will like take a glance and sort of nod at observing the heating pool, and then look down into the drainage grate below. And
So
then
he's
ask
sort of
how-
blocking the way to the drainage gate. Or are you gonna walk around? Like what?
Yeah, I will try
Awesome.
and push past him so that I can get a good eye on the drainage grate. While
Okay,
saying,
he'll kind of step back and stand on top of the drainage grate.
Ooh, he's being rude.
well, if you'll excuse me, friends, we need to make sure that there's sufficient drainage such that the cuttings that you don't collect below and flush safely out into the city sewers.
The name's Parns for one, and
Parns.
two, just goes down to the sewers. If you want to look, you can.
Felix will insist on this point, and thank you, Parns.
Keeping an
Okay,
eye on that
puts his-
Parns.
He puts his hands on his hips and just kind of cracks his neck both sides.
You can give me a perception check.
Right.
Blind again.
And
It's-
one second.
Are you doing another?
Yeah.
Okay. Using those
Where do
hero
I-
points down to 1. All right.
Ooh.
You kind of peer down there. You can hear like lightly rushing water. Like there's movement of water down there, and you can just barely make out like the glint of something shiny, like just like a little sparkle of like some kind of metal, maybe, but it's pretty dark. It like just catches the light sometimes. Looks like it's just kind of stuck in a corner or something.
Did one of these animals have a collar? There's something glittering down there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't see it. He says, kind of looking down there. Maybe it's just something from the sewer system.
Do you
There's all
need
sorts
some
of-
light, Mr. Manos?
Please.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
move.
have.
I'm moving around to get a better look in the grate, but really I'm sidling up next to Parnes as I'm doing that. Which is why I wanted to make
Sure.
sure you talked first before I did stuff, because I'm gonna pop off anytime now.
Send down.
Okay,
Can I
use
send
light
this
and
down? Like have to attach it to a creature. Okay.
Yeah, you have to attach it to
I don't know if
creature.
there's a creature down there, so.
Parts is
Shiny.
gonna kind of step back to give you some space.
Yeah, I'll take that as a suggestion to kind of step back so I can get a better look at things as I sidle close to him again. Just better vantage.
I'm going to maintain. I'll maintain the illusion of what's going on here, and like as the light is provided, try to get a glimpse into what is down there in the sewer.
Okay. I mean, it's still pretty far down, and like with the light, you can see the whatever this thing is. It's small. It's like maybe an inch big. It seems to be like stuck on something in the water that's moving down there. It's like stuck against the wall. It's like just in this corner here. Like you'd have to like, kind of move down and like look down below. It's like 20 feet down, and it's like just a small glint. It looks kind of like a steely color, maybe. It's like kind of like a steely shimmer. But
It's attached to something. It's not like loose.
It's kind of stuck. There's like a corner there underneath where the water is rushing through, and it's like it's just kind of stuck there at the corner. It looks like it's like in the water, but has the way that things have kind of moved down there. It's just kind of stuck.
Would this work to pull it out? To like fling it up? Or is it not loose enough?
It might be.
telekinetic-
You
telekinetic,
don't have a
sorry.
super great control on it. Like you could try to fling it, but it could
Just
very
like, whoop.
easily get like flung out and then get sent down the tunnel.
Oh,
Just
okay.
aim it at
Can
Parnes.
Can
I
I-
would not want to do
No.
that.
Can I try a slightly saner way of lifting an object slowly?
Oh wait,
Because
I have the stupid...
prestidigitation actually lets you lift an object slowly.
I also have a stupid hand. I guess it'd be easier. Flinging object.
Better. Just fling it right at Parnes, out of the grates.
Whee!
Just pay him right in the forehead.
Okay, Par's just like watching you guys do this. He's
I'm curious.
I mean,
looking
so am I.
at
I'm
you
not
cast
sure what's going on.
spells. So Felix, you try to pull at this thing with prestidigitation, but it seems pretty stuck. Or like you're not quite able to get it out.
Only a foot off the ground, huh?
And you can only lift it a foot off the ground. Yeah, it's like not enough force to. It seems like it is genuinely stuck on something. Regan, you can do 30 feet, so you can reach. Okay. Yeah, you gesture a hand over the grate and like try to you form like the spectral hand down through the grating and manage to kind of grab it, like pinches at this thing and kind of pulls it. And it like tugs for a moment, and then it's almost like something like maybe snaps or something. You're not sure. And it then kind of float. I assume you're like bringing this object back up.
My colleague wants to see it.
Sorry, I have to go find it now. I will put it in your hands. But it is a ring made of dawn silver.
Ooh,
That's fancy.
Oh
we learned
shit!
about
Don't read the description.
Okay, I don't see it.
Okay.
So-
Okay, sorry, I have it correcting a thing. Okay. There you go. But yes, it is a really nice looking, expensive looking ring. Yeah, it seems to have just been caught on something there. What's that? Is that like
It's
a
little.
ring?
Looks like a little ring. Might have fallen down when someone was working.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody here wears rings, as far as I know. And maybe Varric does, but it's not usually in the back like that.
Well, she'll pocket it. It's no one's, it's mine. She doesn't say that.
Maybe one of the guys brought a girlfriend or something back here. This is not really the kind of place. He's like looking around. He's not really the kind of place I'd want to bring a date, but.
I think Varric is the next person that we need to speak to, because we definitely have some questions about the suppliers that y'all are using for animals, and this ring raises some questions about the facility and who has access to it.
I wouldn't put much stock into that. The tunnels go under all the city. That could have come there from anywhere.
Like,
But if you want to talk to the boss, let me go see if he's in. I can at least bring you the paperwork. And he'll walk over here to this door, unlock it, and you guys just wait here for a moment, and he'll head up the stairs.
Are we going to talk about the human meat? In message
Who
form?
are you messaging?
I am messaging Felix.
Okay.
Do we have a plan about the human meat? And the bones?
If we
Here, I'll
do
get
want
close.
to confront anyone, it would probably be Varric. Like, at the same time, I don't know if we want to. Yes, Jack has decided this is the opportune moment to interrupt everything.
That is the most important
No,
thing.
Kitty.
but
Knows.
of course, no, and he's the guest star. But yeah, Varric would probably be the person that we want to get in the same room as, and like highlighting the irregularities that we've seen today may be the avenue that we can use to walk him out of this building. So
That
just
makes sense.
hold on to your bombshell, drop it at the appropriate moment.
Oh, I should get the femur. No, I should leave the femur. Fuck. Should I get the femur, leave the femur?
You gotta remember the pocket femur.
No.
So
Wait.
Tullios has
I'll
no
take a little
idea
bit of the
about
meat.
this, and is very much so looking on edge, if it hasn't been
Have to
apparent.
meet. How do you? What if? I wish cameras were invented. We take pictures of this meat. Okay.
So Regan, you're running back
Takes
to.
a little of the human meats, and seems like there's multiples of that.
We have a bag of
Okay,
holding,
you just pick it up with your hand.
right? Or do we?
Yes.
No, you don't have a bag of holding.
We don't have a bag of
Yeah,
holding, so we can't just
I
stuff
just
it in
have-
there.
Nope.
I was gonna say,
Also,
do I have a
those don't
bag
exist
big enough?
anymore.
Oh, that's right. It's spacious pouch.
Just goes in my bag. My spacious pouch that I don't have.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
fine.
I
Okay,
don't want to put
so-
human meat in my backpack either. So I think
You're the only one in this campaign who has not put human body parts in a bag yet, and it's gonna happen.
True, too. It's so true. Oh,
Okay, so you're putting
Just
you're putting this raw meat. You're picking it up with your hands, and you're putting the
Yep.
raw meat in your bag. Okay.
yes. You say that like it's weird,
right?
but it's not. It's perfectly normal to do this. Fine, I'll wrap it in a piece of parchment.
No, that's fine. I thought it was very interesting that the one of you that's here in the medical mask.
I can't hide who I am, Jason. I am a necromancer. It only goes so far. Fine, I open my mask, I put it
That's
in,
fine.
I close
No,
my
no, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You
I
put it in your
in
bag.
my bag. I would wrap.
Alright.
I'll wrap it in a little parchment.
Okay.
Put that in my bag, which just seems weirder. Now it seems like it's delicious. She'll come back.
Okay.
Just don't forget what's in there.
Oh, I won't.
So we eat that later.
I will add an extra ration to my bag.
All right. You hear some footsteps. Parnes is back. I've got the paperwork here, but the boss isn't around today, or at least not right now. He might be back later, though.
Felix will
And he-
accept the paperwork and
He hands it over to you.
is it obviously faked or like does it actually appear legitimate bills of purchase for the animals in question?
He's given you a very big stack of paper.
Like more than one would expect for the animals that we saw today.
Yes. I mean, yes. He's given you more, like, anyway, you start sifting through it. It's like business records from years ago. It's like from the previous owners. It's just like everything. He just
I
handed
guess-
you like all of the documents.
I don't think I have that feat. Never mind. Go ahead. Different character.
Felix will sort of just look confused, and as like picking through this at high speed. This
Okay, we're back. Sorry, my stream. Oh, my whole PC crashed. The dreaded blue screen of death. The old B-sod.
We got to get you a different computer for streaming purposes, specifically the streaming
This
part.
this computer is real good. It lasted me
It's great
5
for a lot of
years.
stuff. We
I
want to
keep
separate the
upgrading it.
streaming from the gaming. Two
Yeah, I
computers.
know.
Specific
I
purpose.
have so many computers in this house, but yes, I should probably just get another one. We'll see. Okay, so where we were. Oh, jeez, I have to fix the overlay real quick.
Oh right, because we're gone
Where's
again.
my overlay button?
no, he
Yeah,
tried to dump
this is
a
a-
mountain of paperwork on me.
There we go. Alright. Cool. Yes, he was giving you a bunch of paperwork, is where we had cut off.
Left off. Is there anything more recent? I think was the
Okay,
question you
so
were
yes.
asking.
No, I'm just shaking my head, going, this doesn't answer any of the questions I had about the origin of these animals, and in fact, I think some of this is from before the facility closed. I'm
Oh.
sorry. I know you're doing your best to answer our questions, but we're really going to need to speak to Varric and resolve some of these ambiguities.
Certainly, I can let him know that you came by. Maybe he can stop by your office, or you can come back here.
You said he'd be back later today, most likely.
Yeah, he's usually... he's normally back by now, he says, looking around, but... I don't know what's keeping him.
Can I do an insight check on whether he's lying about this whole Varric being gone business?
Sure.
I'd like to find out if I can, and I am actually going to use a hero point.
Okay.
So we will re-roll with the hero point, just to see what that comes up to.
Okay. You get the sense that he's lying, and that Varric is probably here somewhere.
Okay. Well, if you
Yeah,
expect me
I
back
just don't
soon,
know
we
if
can
he's...
just wait.
Probably shouldn't be waiting here in the facility. We still got stuff to clean up. If you want to wait outside, you'll probably catch him on the street once he returns. Otherwise, he's always here in the morning. He sleeps in the building, so basically lives and works here. But you're guaranteed to see him at the morning rush. He usually goes outside, says hello to the folks.
Well, we wouldn't want to catch him while he's busy doing other work, so yeah, if it's all right with you, we can just wait here. Besides, you have other work to do. We can observe you at your business.
We definitely want to make sure that we get a chance to see you taking care of the facility and cleaning it up. There's some things that are outstanding right now that could be improved to increase the sanitation of at least the butchering operation in the back. And definitely there's something with those grates.
Some extra effort now would definitely be a favorable report when we actually do speak to Varric later.
Look, I'm trying to clean up for the afternoon so I can get home to my kids. I really don't have time for this right now.
I understand. I've got a kid at home too, and I don't want to be here all day either. So the sooner we can get this wrapped up, the better. So, I don't know if you have a way to get a message to Varric to get him back here sooner. We just need to speak to him.
Like, the thing I hate to do is have to shut this facility down.
And-
You have been doing a lot
really-
of great for the city, but we really need to either get to a clear answer here, or we're going to have to kind of like render a verdict that this is an unsafe facility.
Yeah, and Tully's gonna walk
if you're
back in
gonna
and start
insist.
gesturing at things. Like, it's
Um,
you've got meat just lying around out here, and honestly, I'm not even sure what some of these cuts are from, if these are actually valid cuts or not. I'm less concerned about that, though. The grading is rather concerning as to what's being dumped down there. And now that Parnes is in the room, I'm going to turn and look at Felix and hope he closes the door.
Parnes
No?
walks away
Damn it.
through the door. Well, if you're so interested, you can take a look. I'm gonna go grab some things, and I'll be back in a sec. Closes the door behind him.
Is that
Okay.
door locked?
Does he lock the door?
He does lock the door.
Ah, that piece of crap. I knew it. He's locking us in the stupid room.
That's fun and annoying.
I'd like to do a thievery check and unlock that door, please.
Okay. Yeah, you can. 2 actions and attempt a thievery check.
Blind roll or
Actually, what I'm gonna do here. What time is it? It's already this time. Shoot. Still, do you guys have a
Roll
little bit more
initiative.
time? I know it's already. What was that?
I was going to say we could roll initiative and get going, but if you wanted, I don't know what you're planning to do next.
It's a sort of pseudo initiative. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Encounter
yeah, encounter mode. Go ahead and give me initiative checks. Let me see about how do I do that. That's not quite the song I want to use. I want to use this one. Oh, that is the song I want. Okay. Wait, no. Ooh, that also? No, that's fine. Oh yeah, okay, fine. Sorry. I'm forgetting which song's which. I haven't played it in a bit.
At least 2 weeks.
I'm looking around. Okay. Okay. All right. So, top of the round.
We should have said this is human meat.
So
Mayhem.
Thrown it at him.
will say when we realized the door was closing, Tully did pull his axe out. He's
Okay.
kind of had it stashed on a holster that he has on his back underneath his dueling cape. He's going to first action step over to the door to the right, which was going into the storage / butcher room.
Meat locker.
Meat locker. Thank you. That's the word.
Yep.
And will second action try to open that door. Hopefully they haven't had time to lock this one too.
Okay. The door opens.
Okay. And action 3 will be to... So that was 5, 10, 15, 20... Or 5, 10, 15, 20. There we go. So third action will be to move into the meat locker as we try to close in on the other door and see if we can get inside.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Regan.
I would like to wait until after Felix goes.
Okay, so you're delaying till after Felix.
Yes.
Okay, Felix.
Yeah. I would try that door, find it locked, and then go to pick that lock.
Okay. I'll say you already have your tools sort of ready, and yeah.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and give me, it's 2 actions and a thievery check to try and disable the lock.
Oof.
You do have 1 more hero point if you want. It was a 14.
Are the hero points correct?
Oh, no? Felix was at 1. Oh, what the fuck?
Ooh, negative
I
2.
think- Yeah, and I should be at 3.
There we go. I think it's that.
Because I used 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. You had said that
Alright.
verbally that I had 1 left.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll
That's what threw me off. I was like, wait. Anyway.
I'll try to use it.
Okay.
It would be nice to open this door. Hey.
Okay.
Much better.
Yes, that is going to be a critical success. Oh, I should have done that. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that you're able to get the door unlocked in one go.
Yeah, I'll open the door.
And go, excuse me.
And yeah.
Okay,
Are you still
open the
there?
door.
Hello.
That room is empty. Oh wait, sorry. You hear people talking up ahead. That's all of your actions. That was 2
Yeah.
actions to disable and
one to open a door.
Yep. Regan.
Regan is gonna. I guess she might hear. I'm gonna sneak if people are talking and try and listen.
Okay.
I don't know how it's sneaking is like half movement.
Yeah. So, are you starting with a sneak?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you move half movement and then roll a blind stealth check.
This is
And I'll just use one. The sneak use just
Roll a
one for the entire.
Ooh, my stealth.
Okay.
It's not great. Let's go. That's okay.
Hey,
15.
Solid.
Okay. And then you can sneak again if you want, or you can just stop there. You have 2 more actions, I think. So you're sneaking again.
Yep.
Getting
And
closer.
I'm gonna listen. See if I can
All right.
hear.
Well, you immediately hear, "Hey, what's that light?"
Oh yeah, it's my way.
Yeah, it's the cat. One of them says.
God damn. No, I'm just a little cat.
You have 1 action left.
Does this door open? It doesn't.
The
There's
door
my
to your
action.
right, it doesn't, but there is a lock
Oh.
on. Like you can.
I
you can
unlock
it.
the door to my right,
Okay, you unlock
That's
the door.
and that's my wonderful turn. I'm the
All
cat.
right.
Oh god, I'm gonna die.
I got him. So
Don't
you hear
you do
Baldrago run forward up to the door. 5, 10, 15, 20. He charges towards you just in front of the door. And hammer overhead, he's going to swing it at you.
Goodbye. This never goes well.
Behavior like this is
Ooh.
going to fail.
He stinks.
He did get a 15. Well, don't say that just yet. I have
No.
no points, remember?
No. You
Let's
can't
roll.
hurt the cat. The cat is very cute.
Oh.
Yay, a 21
It's
will
not
hit.
a critical though.
It is not a crit now. Alright. Cow hammer damage.
Oh, it's the cow, whatever
Yeah,
they're called.
yeah. Yeah.
9 points of bludgeoning damage to
Big
Regan as he overhand
Ah,
smacks
Jesus.
you. And third action there. Oops. Why can't I? There we go.
The health
third action.
inspectors will hear about this.
Not if they don't see you. Not if they don't find you. And he's gonna do. His third action is gonna be a knockdown, so he's gonna try and trip you. 18 versus your, I guess, reflex DC.
Oh my grief.
Your reflex is a 7, so 17. So that's a success. So you're not prone.
Just barely.
Whee.
So he whoops, I took you out of battle. He hits you really hard. And
I
you're not
just
prone.
clip through the world. Now if they can't
well,
find you, bloop.
Need to reset like, initiative.
Yeah, there. Okay, I'll roll it, and then I'll put you. Oh, hey, rolled you right back to the same spot. Okay, cool.
Hey.
All right, that is Beldrago's turn. Parnes. He's going to. He's
Hi.
gonna march over here, see you, and I'm gonna go get Carallo. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 15, 20, 25. And then one more. Okay.
That's a name we haven't heard yet.
No, we have.
You
That's
have
the
heard
name of
that
the guy
name.
outside.
This little cow
Oh,
guy.
Carallo. Sorry.
The
Yeah.
more
Or that guy.
s-
Yeah.
quieter one, the nervous one.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Mulder's turn.
Hi.
He's gonna come over here.
I'm just a cat.
Shit, it is them. And he's going to. He's gonna reach behind the counter, or like underneath the counter, to pull out a longbow and some arrows as 2 actions.
Seems appropriate. Pretty
All right.
mercenary.
Tully.
Action 1, move to the
You-
door. Action 2,
Yes.
open the door.
This is
Action
the
3,
best unlock
recognizing
I've
there's
done.
It was such a skillful unlock. Tully has no idea the door was unlocked. He just opens it. Fancy seeing you here. And
Ow!
will ask
He
him
hit me.
a very tough question.
All right, fireman axe.
That is a 22 to hit.
That will. I'm on the wrong thing. That will hit, but not crit.
Okay. Regular damage. 10 points of slashing damage as just opening the door, seeing this guy here, the axe comes up and just slams down into him.
All right, yeah, you land that axe right into his armor. It's like pretty powerful hit.
Oh, I should have. Actually, never mind. Ignore me.
Maybe might hear some shouting. All right, from outside. But Felix, your turn.
I think one action, Felix will move up into the room. Think about here. And second action and third action, I'll target the. Is it Parnes who took a swing at Regan?
Nope, that's Baldrago in front of you.
It's Baldrago.
The big heavy
Uh,
loser guy.
Yeah, Baldrago's gonna get dazed.
Okay.
Dazed.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix something else that just broke. Where's this? I'll do it in a sec. Okay. He needs to roll a will save. Will
DC
save.
19.
He got an 18, so that is a regular failure. Go and roll damage. It's not a crit fail, so he's not stunned.
Still.
Still,
2d6.
he gets 5 points of damage, and
5 points.
lights
2.
flash in front of his eyes, if only for a second.
Oh wait, actually, that is right? Yes, yeah. Just make sure it's the new version. Okay, yeah, he gets a bit of a flash and kind of winces. Regan.
I guess I'm on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
An excellent place to be. I would like to actually not be on the ground, so I'm going to stand up.
Okay. You will take a reactive strike as you try to stand.
Okay. That's what I thought would happen.
That is a crit with a 27. Even if I remove the off guard first, which I would normally do.
How dare he?
So he slams you again hard as you're trying to get back up. No, you don't. 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright, and just for fun and games.
Blood Vendetta
Blood
is a reaction.
Vendetta is a reaction. Curse
Requirements
my
you
target,
complete.
punishing it for having the audacity to spill my blood.
You just like hiss at him.
Yeah. My target takes 2d6 bleed damage and must attempt a will save.
That is a failure. Yep. What's up?
I don't think that the spell actually works. These are bludgeoning weapons, right?
Oh, does it not
Oh,
work
it
for
only works on.
bludgeoning?
Oh, it only works
No!
for bleeding.
Or persistent bleed.
You're right.
Damn
You're
it.
right.
So
Okay,
sorry.
Yeah.
that's
Yep, yep.
fine. I
And-
accept it.
Unless he drew
Ow.
blood somehow in that process.
Yeah. So okay, you didn't pass that
Internally,
as a reaction,
but
you
not
still,
externally.
Yeah, it's the external bleeding that's necessary apparently for this spell to work.
No, how dare you use a hammer?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Reactive strike only interrupts manipulate actions, so you still stood.
Yeah. Alright, I'm standing. How good.
All right. You have 2 actions.
Hold on 1 second. Ba, ba, ba. I think it's 1 action.
How hardy is he looking
Well,
right now?
I'm gonna move.
Okay, you run away,
over here,
ducking behind Felix.
and I think, yeah, battle medicine is 1. So I'm gonna battle medicine myself. Check wounds. Do. There's a lot of buttons to click.
There are a couple.
I'm gonna roll this straight, I think. For a 19. For a 10. Okay.
Hey, solid.
Okay, battle medicine yourself. Yeah,
Yes.
you get 10 points of healing as you back away.
And that is my whole turn.
All right. Drago will turn and swing his hammer at Tully. He's right beside him. Yeah. 24. That looks
That
like
will
a hit.
Yes.
Yep. Here's the damage. 10 points of bludgeoning, and he's also going to try and knock you down.
Okay. I'll take the 10 points.
And that 13's a failure.
Correct.
By 5. I think, yeah, 18 is your reflex DC. Alright.
Mhm.
Oh, shit. Sorry, should have had one more action. He is going to step back. Where's
He
their
only
action?
took 1 action to hit me, right?
Oh, 1 action to hit, 1 action to knock down.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have an
Fair
improved
enough.
knockdown or whatever that is. That's
Fair enough.
much later. Yeah, so 1 action to hit, 1 action to try to knock down, which he gets to. It allows him to try to trip you at no penalty. And then 3rd action was his step. And cautiously back away from you. Okay. Parnes' turn. There's some shouting outside, then 25, 10, back to here, and he will grab a butcher knife off the table. Okay, Mulder's turn. He is going to move in here. He will have to pass through your range there, Tully, but he will have
If he's
lesser
moving-
cover.
Well, if he's moving through my range, I can hit him when he passes in front of me, right?
He's not fully passing in front. Like he moved through Beldrago, but that enough is a reactive strike opportunity because he moved out of one threatened into another.
But
threatened.
he's not moving past there. He's just staying there.
No, yeah, he's moving and stopping there, but he
And I'm
would have
gonna hit
been
him.
behind the corner.
I got you. When
so
he
he-
started the movement, that would have triggered it. Gotcha.
Yeah, so he'll just have. Well, he just has lesser cover, so just a +1 to his AC as he rounds the
Fine.
corner. But
I'm
you
still
can
gonna
reactive
hit him.
strike him.
I'm gonna try at least 28
Uh,
to hit.
That is a crit, even with the cover.
Okay. Rolling critical damage.
Oh,
Solid
right, you drew a
16
bow. What's he
points.
doing? Okay. Yeah, he doesn't see you there. Gets kind of hit
I was expecting
in
the
the
other one to
side.
come back, and I just kind of swing around and hit whatever's moving.
Ugh. He is going to just kind of turn and shit. He's going to drop the
Kinda turning
longbow.
shit, damn. I know it's scared him, but
Yeah, he drops the longbow, draws cleaver instead as second action, and then we'll try to swing the meat cleaver at you.
okay. Rude.
25 to hit.
That will hit.
That is 9 point. Well, one of those is persistent bleed. Yeah, so 9 points of slashing damage and 1 persistent bleed.
All right.
As he hits you hard with his like heavy cleaver.
Damn.
That's his 3 actions. Tully,
Do we want to keep going, or?
that's a good question. We'll do your actions, and then we'll stop for the evening.
Okay. It does help that mine are pretty straightforward. First one is going to be a snagging strike, so we will attempt to strike him, and if we succeed, we will cause him to be off guard for the rest of my turn.
All right.
And actually, I think it's to the beginning of my next turn that he's off guard. That is a 31.
That is a crit.
Only 11 points of damage this time.
All right. But that is enough, I think, to knock him out. He is dying too.
He's dying. I don't care. Action 2.
I don't care about this man.
And turning on the other one who decided he thought he could get away, we're going to do another strike. Can I do a snagging strike again? You know what? Sure, let's do another snagging strike, because apparently I can keep doing that. Cool.
Did it used to have flourish?
Doesn't
And they
have-
got rid
I'm
of flourish?
Just checking, that's what it
I
says.
don't remember. Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's just a strike with an extra bonus, so
Yeah.
if I actually strike, so. That is a 25 to hit.
Okay, 25 looks like a hit.
Fabulous. And we will slice him some more for another 10 points of damage, as we also are.
And you take him down as well.
Okay.
He's also dying. Dying one.
There was a little bit of blood in the room behind me, and now there's a bunch more blood in the hallway where there didn't used to be any. And I think everyone sees Tullios' eyes are very dim, like he is angry.
All right.
There's no mercy right now.
Okay, and
That's
as
three
the
actions.
party begins their murderous rampage, apparently, I think that is a good place to call it for the night.
It's okay. Tullios can be my blood vendetta.
I am the living blood vendetta for Regan.
Oh,
They
you still
hurt
have
me, Dad.
I should have. Real quick,
yes, let me
take
end my
your
turn.
1 point of damage and roll your recovery check.
I got
That's
that
blood.
recovery check.
Cool.
I'm still
Okay.
bleeding. It's fine. Ow.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. Sorry for all the technical issues today, and I mean, and in previous games. It's really annoying. I hate
We'll
everything.
work it out. We're working on it.
We'll work it out eventually. Anyway, that's all I got. We are here next week. That I hope that'll be exciting. I'm returning from a flight that same day, so
Oh gosh,
We'll see.
Exciting.
but I should be home on time unless there's something weird happens. And then I think we're missing the week after again because I have to travel some more. But then after that, we will be here for a while. So stay tuned, folks. Always check your meats. Goodbye.